morning, cutie pies. I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is Young and the Restless edition. Today is Monday, October the 24th, 2022, and let's just jump right into this. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 7. We see Chance and Noah. So Chance gives Noah a call. He says, "Save your best seats in the house because I am bringing Abby, and we are going to celebrate. Have a wonderful date night." So Noah was like, "Bet, I got you." So then Noah sees Nate, and Nate is sitting by himself brooding and everything. So he goes over and he tries to get Nate to open up and tell him what's going on. But Nate's not in the mood. And so Noah tells him about everything going on with him and Audra. And Nate is just like, "Listen, I understand what you're trying to do, but I just really want to be left alone. I don't want to share." And Noah's like, "Hey, I won't push you, you know. I understand." And so he leaves Nate alone. So then we see Chance and Abby. He goes and Abby comes out of the kitchen at the society and she's like, everything that could go wrong has went wrong. The cook cut her hand, so they had to go to the ER. The dishwasher machine broke down, so she's scrubbing dishes. I want to say they were short staffed, maybe. I'm not sure, but they're having a hard time. And so she was like, "Why are you so dressed up?" And he had flowers and everything for her because he wanted to take her on a night out. And they were like, "We could do it tomorrow." And he says, "No, I'm on stakeout that day." And he said, "What about the next day?" And she said, "I have a private event and we got to have all hands on deck." And so she says, "You know what, I'm coming for, we don't get to spend time together. I want to spend time with you. You want to spend time with me. I'm going to make a miracle happen in the back and I am coming. I'm on my way." And he said, "Okay then." So then we see they arrive at Noah's club, and everything is great. But they look and they say, "Wow, Nate looks really brooding." And no, should we talk to him? And they're, because he's all alone. And Noah was like, "No, leave him alone. He's not in the best of moods." And they were like, "Oh, okay." But they tell Noah, "We're sorry we didn't come in your opening, but it looks amazing and thank you for having us." And he was like, "Anytime." And so they asked him about Allie as well, like, "How's Allie doing?" And it was the way Noah answered, which is like, he knows he's causing Allie a little bit of stress because of Audra, but he doesn't want to say that. And so Abby can sense this, and she was like, "No, what's going on with Abby?" And Noah's just like, "I'm gonna get on out of here." And so Abby's like telling Chance, "Did you see that, the way he did with Abby?" And Chance was like, "Calm down." She said, "No, I'm a concerned aunt." Because she's come to really. Noah is her nephew? That's her nephew, right? Wait. Yeah. Noah's her or is it? Yeah, that's her nephew, but Abby is her niece as well. So she's just concerned about it. That is just child. Let's move on. But anyways, so she is all over the place as far as being nosy, because we see later on Devon and Tucker come in and she's just all in it. So then we see that Noah thinks about Audra and how he had an art showcase, and she tells him the only reason they're giving it to you is because the woman wants to sleep with you. And he says, "Why are you always so jealous?" And their breakup, I said, "Y'all making this something that is nothing." Yeah, but y'all want to make this a storyline for them. So okay, let's keep moving with it. So then we see Devon and Lily talk, and he is livid still from his discussion with Nate, and how he tells her how Nate says, "You can't run the company with anyone except Neil," and yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, if that's how Devon feels, that's how he feels. It's his company that he had with his dad. Like, I always find it weird how people want to come into a company and take over or be the CEO, or something like that. And it's like, start your own company. If you want it that bad, start your own company and do that. Don't try to take over somebody else's, but that's just my opinion, child. But Lily says, she's still in shell shocked about everything that's happened. And she says she talked to Jill, and although Jill was livid with Nate, she still wants to move forward with the IPO. And Devon is dead in that. He was like, we can't move forward with nothing until we find out who this person was. He still thinks it was Tucker, but Lily is not 100% sure on that. So then we see Audra and Tucker talk, and he tells her that he wants to buy the majority share and let him and Devon run it. He wants Lily out. I said, well, damn. Lily, you getting it from all sides. He said if anybody should be running Chancellor, it should be me, Catherine's son and her grandson. I guess he said, Lily don't need to be running nothing. That's what I heard, y'all. So, anyways, he and Audrey gonna find a way so they can take over, because that's what they trying to do, y'all. So then we see Devon calls Tucker and he says, "Hey, want to meet for lunch? I mean, want to meet tonight for dinner? I would love to talk to you." So he does. They meet up at Society. That's when Abby and Chance see them, and Abby is having a fit, baby. She just can't stand Tucker. I said, "Girl, enjoy the night out with your man. What is wrong with you?" But anyways, Tucker and Devon meet and they see Noah, and Noah gets up and he's about to leave. Because he sees them, he's leaving. Devon said, "Don't leave on my account." And then Nate comes back and he says, "What I said about Neil and the company was true and everything." And so they start getting into it, going back and forth with each other. Tucker stays out of it. And then Abby was like, "I'm finna go over there and go over. I'm gonna get up and go over." And Chance said, "No, leave them alone." And she said, "No, this is getting loud and it's serious. I know they were having work issues and I thought they had worked it out, but clearly they haven't." So Chance says, "Okay, I'll go and do it." So then Chance goes over and he says, "Guys, this isn't the place." And Devon tells Nate, tells Chance, "You're right." He tells Nate, "You're not worth my time anyways." And Nate says, "Well, you're not worth my time either." And then Nate leaves. But Devon did say something that is that probably that's the main reason it irks Devon, is that Nate doesn't feel bad for what he did. He feels justified. He 1000% feels justified. And he's saying Neil will want new blood in. And Devon is like, "You don't know what Neil would want. Don't you say what." Oh, child, it was a mess. So then Noah comes up when Nate leaves and he like, "Everything all good here?" And Devon is like, "Yeah, it's all good on my end." So they all go back to their respective corners. And Abby and Chance talk, and she's like, "Oh gosh, this all is because of Tucker." I said, "Girl, that ain't got nothing to do with Tucker. That is Nate being Nate, turning his back on his family because he wanted a position." And uh what's his name, Chance tells her, it seems like Tucker was pretty much staying out of it. And so he just wants to have a night out because he was like, "I want to kiss you" and all these places, but she kind of distracted. So he didn't think she heard what he said, and she said, "Yeah, I heard you. So let's finish eating, and then we can go and make out and all that kind of stuff." And he was like, "Okay." And then he get a text or something, and he looks at his phone, and excuse me, sorry y'all, she's like, "Is that work related?" And he was like, "No." He was like, I'm just gonna tell him I'm busy, it doesn't even matter." And she was like, "No, because if it's work related, I don't want you missing something." And but he tells her he's busy. And then later on, when she's distracted a little bit, he looks at his phone. I said, "That bet not be the hell, Chelsea. This marriage is on the rocks." And so then we see Devon and Tucker talk, and Tucker just tells him, "Is there any truth into what Nate was saying about Neil?" And he says, he just thinks that I can't run the company with anyone unless it's Neil, because I haven't gotten over his death. And Tucker just says, "If that's true, you need to look into it." Now, Devon really just took Tucker out because he want to see if he's the person that's trying to take over that's trying to take over the company, buy up all the shares. But I mean, it is him, but it's not. Like, he's not trying to do it in a malicious way, unless you're Lily. But he's not the one that Devon is thinking with that worked with Nate. And they're frustrated, he and Lily, because Nate will not tell who the person was. But anyways, Tucker just tells Devon, you need to really look into how you feel about all that, so that you don't tank Chancellor Winters. So then we see Audrey comes and she speaks to Lily, and Lily's just talking and she's just she still can't believe Nate did them like that, because she actually was thinking about it before Audra got there. And she told Audra, because Audra says, I've seen ruthless things happen in business, and I've seen takeovers, so this doesn't surprise me. She said, what advice do you have to give me? And Audra told Lily, trust no one. And she says, oh, well, I trust Devon. And Audra tells her, when it comes to money and power, people be different, girl. Because Audra already knows that um what's his name? Tucker is going to try to take over the company with Devon, and and everything, because Tucker had told her that earlier. So she's trying to warn Lily in a way, but you know how Lily is, child. She don't be listening. So anyway, she leaves and Nate comes and he says, oh, you probably don't want anything to do with me. You probably want to punch me or something. I almost came to blows with Devon. And she was like, why would I want to do anything like that? She said, well, I do want to pick your brain, because she said you took a bold move, and sometimes sometimes in business you need to have that. And so she said, why? And he said, I just feel like Devon, well, never mind. I'm not going to say that's Chancellor Winter's problems. And she said, well, tell me, because, she's trying to get information to go back to Tucker with it. But Nate doesn't really say anything to her. He just says that, he really, he didn't mean, he wasn't trying to hurt his family. He was just trying to make a statement in business and everything. And I mean, that's really what it was. He just made the wrong statement. But y'all, that was the Young and the Restless today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I will be going live on Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time. That's 8 Eastern on the East Coast, and that is 5 o'clock if you're on the West Coast. So I hope to see you guys there. But thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.